West Main Street.
Make me stay. I played the music halls and bars, had fancy clothes and big fine cars. Things a country boy can't use. Dixieland is sure miss you. Got the highway for the
Well, I don't wanna hear the good side of this goodbye. If you wanna go, baby, just leave. Don't tell me that you still care, and that I'll always be special, 'cause his words don't mean a damn thing. And hey, that I'm still up, drunk as fuck, 4 a.m. writing this damn song. But I guess I'm okay, I'm being okay. Give it time, we'll soon move on. You said my life was too fucked up to be with you, but here you go to the bar till 2, and I wanna know what he has that I don't. Well, I was ready for the real thing, no more shame in this life I live, 'cause I would change for you. Don't know the hope you gave to me, but I guess I'm okay. Just need some cocaine and a bottle that'll float my mind. Take a trip to another world where you would be mine. And I don't wanna hear the good side of this goodbye. If you wanna go, baby, just leave. Don't tell me that you still care, and that I'll always be special, 'cause his words don't mean a damn thing. And hey, that I'm still up, drunk as fuck, 4 a.m. writing this damn song. But I guess I'm okay, I'm being okay. Give it time, baby, I'll move on. Found a couple of your long legs in the passenger seat, where you looked over and smiled at me. I guess a picture ain't worth as many words as it says. And don't tell me that it's okay, I'll find my own way. Don't need your excuses to ease my pain. I guess it's just time for me to work on me. And I don't wanna hear the good side, there ain't no good side. You ain't ever gonna see what I see. Don't tell me that you're secret, you'll always be there, 'cause it's worth it just messing with me. And hey, that I'm still up, drunk as fuck, 4 a.m. writing this damn song. But I guess I'm okay, I'm being okay. Give it time, baby, I'll move on.
Hello.
Is that my cutie?
Yep.
Is that my cutie?
Yep.
But yeah, so I I just ate a hot dog and yummy. And I drank a lot of Powerade. Yeah. Other than my
Honestly, 4th of July, I ate a hot dog because I was starving and there was no other food available.
yeah. Did
But
what
it's for like last choice.
what did you text? What's an Azo?
So that's that husband did a yucky last night.
A what?
Remember last
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, that's good.
It was.
And are you getting tested or something today, you said?
Oh no, that's actually tomorrow.
What is today? Oh, tomorrow? That's tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah, I thought, honestly, yesterday, I thought Saturday was,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, I was rolling keys on my fucking days.
Yeah. And then, yeah, so now I'm heading to a different town to go to Cumberland Farms to get gas. And then I'm heading to
You know what's
To Anthony. The
To
what?
go to every single, a Cumberland Farms in every single town gas station says.
No, that would be so stupid to do.
I'm basically what you're doing.
No, it's because I ran out of time to do the stuff I wanted to do. So I'm just like doing these gas stations, these couple gas stations to count, you know. Because if not, then I'll be behind schedule.
This took all day to do 13 pounds, and of course, 10 pounds before 5 is going to be hard, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, so it is what it is, you know. But I know it's pretty hard. Pretty hard.
It's pretty soft.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. But no, it was like really good views out here.
yeah.
Yeah. But now I'm gonna head to Anthony, which is gonna be like or after I go to this gas station, which is 10 minutes away. But to go to Anthony, it's like an hour and a half drive. Isn't that crazy?
So are these your last two? Did you get all of them done?
Yeah, so this is gonna be the last one I need to get done for the area I wanted to do.
Oh, okay.
So, which is fine because I already saw good views in all these other towns before.
Yeah.
And like these are too far of towns to attempt to do it another time of like the hiking spots, you know. So, and it's making me wonder if I'm gonna even be able to finish the rest in the like by next weekend. You know what I mean? So I'll see.
See how far you get.
What?
Just do as many as you can.
Yeah, and then I'll figure out after that. But the thing I'm worried about though is like me being already out here and already so much like free time and stuff makes me wonder if I should stay like an extra day before next weekend starts, you know what I mean? Since I'll already be out in this area, but and like during the week it's cheaper, but I'm not sure. But I'll figure it out.
Oh, I found out the day to make Christmas party.
You found out what?
My Christmas party.
What about your Christmas party?
Christmas party.
Wait, I can't hear. Let me put you off speakerphone. Say that again. No? Oh, when is it? Oh, are you excited? Yeah, that's good. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, I forgot you invited me. Yeah, you said December 11th? Yeah, I don't think I'll be in Aruba at that time, so yeah, let's do it. once, but it was weird. I'm hoping this gas station will have gas. The last gas station, all of those Cumberland Farms gas were empty. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, but it's probably because this is like the middle of nowhere, you know what I mean? And it's a lot cheaper gas. And right where I was the town that's on the border of New York and Vermont. And the gas was only like $2.85. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, out there in Eastern Mass, it's like $3.10 minimum. You know what I mean? But over here, it's weird. It's only like $2.85. That's crazy. That's why I might as well utilize getting gas out here too. So, yeah. Yeah. You could do any sort of sightseeing thing though she hasn't done yet, you know what I mean? Or even like something you also haven't done yet, you know, in the Boston area, some sort of tour or something like that, or museum or something, you know. Oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah, it's crazy. But tomorrow, I think it might be, or at least out here, it's going to be raining tomorrow. Really? That's crazy. Oh, climate change. Yeah. Yeah. That's They're what? Uh, yeah. Yeah. Of course. Well, is this a thing that you're just gonna get done once, or are you gonna continuously get this done? Wait, what did you say? What? So twice a month? Wow, that's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah. And also, like when you start getting sugar daddy money, you can utilize that towards it and stuff, you know. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. But
Like, after I was doing everything, he was like, oh, do you want to go somewhere else? And I was like, where do you want to go?
yeah.
I don't know if he's trying to invite me back to a hotel room or what. Now looking back at it, vice versa, like, was he trying to get me to go to a hotel room with him right now? Because that's not how I operate.
Yeah. I feel that's how most guys are, though, sadly. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's what I was thinking. But also, yeah.
Yeah. So, do you have any sugar daddies that you're still, like, that's still you're gonna see, or do you have to get new ones?
No, so I'm still talking to the first guy who's like super horny.
Yeah.
And I'm still talking to that Indian dude who's super neat.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude, he like texts me like every day. And I'm like, alrighty.
He could be busy, or he found someone else.
The other guy, I don't know. Maybe I have to make sure, because I have two
What
phone
the
numbers.
hell? It's like a gas shortage again.
Oh god, this is terrifying me. How much gas do you have, baby?
No, it's like I have 120. But
They have nothing?
what?
They have no gas?
This Cumberland Farms, that's like a few towns away from where I was at, has none. Yeah.
I guess you should call the next one before you go?
No, I'm just. It's fine. So let me see. Where should I go? Fuck. Where's Anthony's address? Okay. I mean, I can make it to Anthony's, with still plenty of miles left. Like, it's 68 miles to Anthony, and I have 119 miles left. Come on, so many cars. How are there... That's so weird seeing a gas shortage, though,
Yeah.
in Massachusetts. Huh? Well, good thing I found this now when it's not that desperate that I need. Did you just arrive home? Okay, hon. I'm gonna go now. Bye, I love you.
I mean,
Turn right on State Route 116. Continue straight for 8 minutes to State Route 8A.
it's up there. I have it tied with See, I only got into Breaking Bad recently, like right before this new season started. Like, damn, boy, I've always been trying to say that's a great show. I got so bored on my last tour traveling, I downloaded like all the seasons, and they had like a special deal, like $30 for a season. I was like, so I started watching it. I did not stop for like 6 days watching Breaking Bad.
I have to get back to it because I did it from this whole right tattoo on your right sleeve. The whole time I did it, Aaron Dillon tattooed while I was going. While he was doing it, I listened to watched rather the whole first season. I was like, God damn, this is.
It gets better, dude.
This
They haven't let me down yet. Like, I'm waiting for the. Like, it's nice. It's a good show.
What is his name? Bryan Cranston, is that his name? The lead actor?
Yeah, I think so.
God damn that guy.
The dude who plays the younger dude was in one of my videos many years ago. White Trash Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's that dude. What's his real name? I forget.
Jesse. We just had him over at the studio the other day.
Man, I see his
Who
name
did you
all the
have
time.
him in here with? Was he friends with?
Naughty Show, but at the last second, his manager said that he can't do it, so he just had to sit here.
What?
Yeah.
Why does he? What?
Because he's in some kind of bullying campaign, so he's not allowed to do any adult-themed podcast until, because it's like for the kids and stuff. So he's in some weird contract.
What does bullying have to do with sex?
Aaron something or Aaron?
Isn't it weird how they can decide what your personality should be like? They can decide what you attach
But
yourself
anyway,
to.
he was in one of my videos. He played a truck driver.
Yeah?
Yeah, White Trash Beautiful. It's a video.
Oh, that's awesome.
Jesse sniffing fucking math in there, dude.
Yeah, that's a unusual show. I've heard The Wire is really awesome too, but
I loved that show. I mean, but that show's over. You know, that might be the best cop show ever.
Never watched it. I got watched like a couple episodes, and apparently it gets really good. I didn't give it a chance.
The first 2 seasons like kick off really hard, and then they go off into this other tangent where they almost lost me at that time. Like when they went out to a whole different part of the city and like did a whole new story, and kind of like almost it felt like they were scrapping the whole earlier shit. But it all kind of comes around into a circle, and it was one of the best endings I think I've ever seen. No, I won't tell you. I'm just saying it ends well. It like doesn't leave you like, oh, it's like, oh, it felt like a complete project.
I'm gonna have to get to it now. God damn it!
It's good.
Everybody says you have to.
Yeah, The Wire.
You have to get a chance.
Great.
I just love that they can do shit like what they can do with Game of Thrones now. I mean, you can make like incredible special effects for a fraction of what it used to cost. You can do it with like regular computers now.
I shook Johnny Cash's hand, in my opinion. Not even shake his hand, I gave him a pound. Like, pow, pow.
Really?
Oh yeah, dude. In the Wholesome Prison video, we got problem. When I made that song, I like, you know, I'm like serious about shit.
Can we see that?
I went to Nashville and met with his son just to be like, look, are y'all cool with this? Because I was mixing it with hip hop with the Cypress Hill beat,
right?
And like on the version that's on the record. So I wanted to be, you know, respectful as I could to, you know, Johnny Cash's legacy. So I took it to them and I was like, yo, you like the song? Loved it. And then when I was thinking of ideas to do the video, we came across the stuff that I had known about it, but I'd forgotten about it. They had just released this DVD box set of the Johnny Cash variety show. And so I bought it and started watching it. I was like, how great would it be if I was on the Johnny Cash show? And there it was, just behind you. Like he had like a variety show, and like they let us use the footage, man. They liked it. I mean, that's something they could have easily been like, hell no, you can't use that.
That's so awesome. Look at that.
In half a mile, turn right on State Route 8A. Turn right on State Route 8A. Continue straight for 20 minutes to State Route 112.
And I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know where they told me.
Some of this stuff, man, it really didn't cost that much at all because the technology's there, you know.
Just fuck their brains up sideways. It was in front of the 1950s great.
Oh, that is awesome.
How'd you do that?
I don't know. I sat next to a dude. And gave him. He was wearing a black jacket and gave him a pound. And the next thing you know, this Johnny Cash would give me a pound back, man. That shit was crazy.
Wow, that looks good.
That's some Forrest
That's
Gump shit
amazing.
right there.
That's amazing.
You know, that's what it was. It was like, let's get on some Forrest Gump type shit.
That's amazing.
Jump onto the old Johnny Cash show.
What do you think would happen if you went in front of a 1950s crowd with your jump? Do you think you'd be able to deal
Fucking
with
look
it?
at it like you were batshit crazy. Man.
And Back to the Future.
There's no hip hop, okay? So there's no amalgamation of hip hop. There's no what the fuck you guys were doing. Bagpipes and shit. It was all rowdy.
That
Jump
would
up, jump up, we can
They just look at you like you were fucking an alien. I'm sure. They'd be frightened by the sounds that the song made, first of all. Like, yeah, they would find that frightening.
Just the way you're barking out the lyrics. Like, you'd be like, what the fuck? Like, they didn't know there was no bragging music back then, you know? No. It's like the leader of the pack.
Yeah.
Brum, brum. Can you imagine if you come along with Jump Around? God damn. It's funny how the culture just sort of evolves and changes, and it's hard to imagine it ever going back to where it was in the 50s or the clothes they wore in the 70s or any of that shit. It's never going to happen. But you can see where back then that was what was up. That's what was up. You can see it all laid out. You can see it all moving forward. Just tired of the old shit. We need something new. It gets more and more complicated. We live in a fucking weird maze of humanity, man. Human beings are the wackiest motherfuckers of all time.
Broken machines out there, man.
There's no manuals. Everybody gets a Ferrari, no fucking owner's manual. We're all just grinding gears, running into trees and shit.
You know?
Not figuring out how to use the mind correctly. You got another one for us?
I got as many as you need, man. I'll do this.
I know you
I'd be like, Joe, you got another joke for me?
Let's do it. Did you do any other kind of covers?
I could really butcher some Bill Withers. This is really bad. Not bad guitar playing, but I like this song. I'll play it since you want to cover it now. Grandma's hand, clapping church on Sunday morning. Grandma's hands, put yourself in Jesus. I don't have grandma in sunshine. He has a studio at his house. He makes music and life, so he don't release it. Nothing. He just makes music. He's just on some fucking music business kind of shit, man. It's great.
What about all the people that would love to hear it?
I don't know. I got to rewatch it, but I remember because I watched it on the bus where you get, watch it for a little while, but it's like, they talk his daughter's in the business, and I think he's just, his songs, I'm sure his catalog makes a lot of money, man.
Isn't that crazy?
Because you hear his songs like everywhere. Every movies, that Use Me song, and Ain't No Sunshine, and Lovely Day, and
Ain't No Sunshine.
Who Is He and What Is He to You? A man with pants, trying to stare me down.
Yeah.
But when he looked at you, you looked at the ground. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The songs are everywhere. Everywhere. Grandma's Hands, that's a classic. He's got a song about a Vietnam veteran called I Can't Write Left-Handed, but a guy who lost his left hand, his right arm.
Wow.
In the war, and he can't write left-handed. It's crazy, man. Deep songs, I like that. Like, there's all the hip-hop heroes I have, and then there's cats like Bill Withers, Neil Young, Tom Waits. Those are the cats on the songwriting side of things that tickle my fancy.
Yeah, Neil Young's written some pretty intense lyrics. I was working at a concert venue when Neil Young was playing there, and a riot broke out. They had to shut the show down.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it was in the 80s. There was a lawn area. It was called Great Woods. It's in Mansfield, Massachusetts.
I think I know Great Woods.
And there's the area that's covered by a structure.
Yeah, call them sheds.
A shed.
Yeah.
And then there's a back area where it's grassy.
Like amphitheaters.
Yeah. And the grassy area, they started fires. People were cold, and so they lit things on fire. And then the security came over and told them to put the fire out. And next thing you know, all hell broke loose, and it was crazy. And they shut the show down.
Wow.
Fucking people were lighting fires. They were like, let's just start a bonfire.
In the
lawn.
He's always want to have a fire.
There were just too many people that were fucked up too.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was interesting. Yeah, but it was getting to see him on stage from really close up. I was 19 when I had that gig. It's a weird thing for a young kid to see someone that they've seen in the movies or heard on a record, and then they're like right there. They're right there. It's a strange thing for young people to.
I really dig it. My father was big on Neil Young, so it's one of the things is when you're young and you hear this music and you kind of just reject it on general principle because it's your parents' music, right? And then 20 years later, you re-examine it, you're like, wow, man, I know all these songs and they're really good.
Yeah.
That's kind of where all that comes from. I had a good memory for the music.
Yeah, there's a lot of songs that I had to go, a lot of music that I had to go back to. What is that? Listening to the tide slowly turning. Who sings that? Wash your heartache away. Moody Blues. Moody Blues. My parents had that, and I fucking didn't like it because my stepfather was always playing. I'm like, this shit's annoying. I want to play some Kiss.
Right.
I couldn't get into it. I was like, that's his old man whack music, you know. I just couldn't.
Yeah.
But as I got older, I would listen to like a Moody Blues song. And go, my God, that's a fucking masterpiece. Like, holy shit, Moody Blues don't get any respect. Nobody's like, oh, a huge Moody Blues fan.
Yeah, you're right.
That doesn't come up. Pull that song up, just the beginning part of it, because this is a beautiful song, man. And I couldn't appreciate it.
What's it called?
Story of Your Eyes, is that it?
I'm not a big
Story.
Moody Blues
I think it's
fan.
Story in Your Eyes, Moody Blues.
I was never.
You're not a big Moody Blues?
I it's not even that I don't like them. I honestly, I barely recognize the song you're saying.
This is. I bet you heard it before. You heard this.
Yes, I've heard this. I've definitely heard this.
Oh fuck yeah! This is pre-internet, bitches.
I've been thinking about our fortune, and I decided that we're really not to blame. For the love that's deep inside us now is still the same. And the sound we make together is the music to the story of your eyes. It's been shining down and rolling down your life.
Can you feel this?
Listen to the tide slowly turning. Wash your heartache away.
You're not into it. Oh man.
Hey, but that's music. You know what I mean?
I love that. You know what I love about that song, man? First of all, that dude must have got a mountain of pussy from singing that song. I mean, I want to fuck him. And I'm a guy.
What the
and
fuck?
Years later.
Kind of reminds me also of like some Blue Oyster Cult.
A little bit-ish,
kind of sound.
yeah.
I was never big on them.
Oh, I love that song, man. The Story in Your Eyes. That's and one of the reasons why I love it is like some dudes love old cars. You know, it's not just a song to me. It's like a little historic ride. Yeah. So when I listen to Jimi Hendrix, when I listen to Voodoo Child, it's not a song to me. It's a historic ride. I'm gonna go on a ride. There's a dead man, and he's walking the shit out of my car on the 210. I'm driving in my car, and a dude who's been
And
dead for
simultaneously
decades.
transporting you to probably the first time in your life where you've heard that.
Oh yeah. I always associate one of the reasons why I like classic rock so much. It's like that's what I associate with that Leonard Skinner song when we were out at barbecue, like right out of high school, like
Party.
Yeah. It's fun music. Jimi Hendrix, man, listening to that shit in 2012. He's dead for decades, but all you have to do is find that shit on your thing, press play. Can you do it with that? Oh, no, I don't know. That's all. I used to know what
Jimi Hendrix song, and now I can't, for the life of me, can't remember it. Hey, Joe, right?
Yeah. Where you going with that gun in your hand?
I know that. That's one of the things. One of the things you pull out for like barbecues or beach fire pits.
You add an effect to your voice.
Isn't it interesting dudes like Hendrix, and there's certain iconic figures like James Dean and Hendrix and Morrison. There's they had an impact, and then they're in the picture forever. They're in the picture forever. You're never getting away from Jimi Hendrix. If there's a guitar, if someone's talking about guitar, if you want to use a sample, one of my favorite songs ever is someone made a mashup of 99 Problems with Voodoo Child. And it's fucking sensational. It's hard to fuck with because you got Jay-Z, singing 99 Problems, which is a great song, and then you got Jimi Hendrix playing the Voodoo Child soundtrack over it. Oh, there's certain dudes. But isn't it crazy that certain dudes, there's certain parts of society where if you have an immense amount of success and then die young, you're in vernacular forever. You're one of the characters they
I say, but also not just the success those people have had. I mean, there was an impact. Nothing sounded like Jimi Hendrix before Jimi Hendrix. I mean, even the guys at the time, like Clapton and Keith Richards and all these dudes, were like jaw dropped, like this dude's ruining it for everybody.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Janis Joplin, nobody had seen a white girl sing with that kind of just anguish. There was at that moment a lot of, what had that era is basically nothing. The only thing new in the last 30 years, truly new in music, was hip hop. And even that was recycled old stuff. But it was just the delivery of it that was new. You know what I mean? Everything else is a recycling of blues music, jazz music, classical music. It's all recycled. The Beatles did everything. Classical. There's no trick that's been done that the Beatles probably didn't pull off already. With only 8 tracks at their availability, while the cats today have 5,000 tracks at their availability.
How does that work? When you say tracks? I know what a track is.
In their day, to have more than 8 things on separate. The quality of recording depends a lot of times on how much you can separate the individual instruments and deal with their balance and their the EQs of them and getting each individual sounding sharp and having what we call a shelf, which means all sounds are audible, but they all occupy different spaces. You know what I mean? Each instrument is equal and you feel the weight the way they should, but they have different shelves.
So if you looked at it on the
hear
graph,
them separately. The things that when you were high, all of a sudden that you thought were all together, that you can find the separation in, that's from multi-track recording and fucking being able to have those things in. Otherwise, you had to do everything and what they called, and the Beatles made records that had orchestrations in the middle of them. I mean, so they were bouncing 7 tracks down to 1 track, putting all that, so they were mixing while they were